Greetings, junior scientist. Plants have developed all sorts of creative methods to reproduce or grow new plants. We usually think that a plant will need a seed. This is quite often true. In fact, plants are really good at dispersing or spreading their seeds. One of the ways they disperse their seeds is by using the wind. You probably see this in your front yard. One of the most common is the dandelion. The dandelion turns to this white puffball of seeds, and the hairs act like little parachutes carrying the seeds far distances on the wind. Other plants have little hooks that latch on to passing animals, and I'm sure you've had a few of these stuck to you from time to time. Then the animals, or you, carry the seeds to a new place. One of the simplest forms of dispersing seeds is gravity. Seeds, like those in fruit, will fall to the ground. From there, they may roll or be carried off by animals. The animals often carry fruit they find to somewhere safe to eat it. The seeds in the fruit are then dropped and grow in a new place. Animals, like birds, may eat the seeds but not digest them. Then, when they go to the bathroom, yes, it's gross, but true, the seeds end up in a new place. It's kind of a stinky way to get around, but it works. Some seeds also float on the water, traveling down rivers and streams to new locations. There are even seeds that pop or shoot out from the plant like a rubber band. It's quite amazing when you think about how many ways a plant can disperse their seeds. Perhaps more amazing is that some plants can grow new plants without seeds at all. There are several different ways that this happens. The first one we'll discuss requires a little help from us. It is called a cutting. This is when you cut a part of a plant off and plant it in the soil. There are a variety of plants that you can use. Today we'll use a common fern. The process simply involves cutting a part of the plant off about here, and then we plant it in the soil. One of the most important parts of successfully planting a cutting is keeping it moist. So, now that it is planted, I'll make a miniature greenhouse. First, I will need some skewers placed in the pot. Now we'll place some plastic over it. This will keep the humidity or moisture inside nice and high, which will help our new cutting take root. This fern can also make new plants with something called a runner. This is a runner. It looks similar to a vine. In the wild, this would run along the ground and new ferns would grow from it. Another way that is similar to this is called a rhizome. This is happening right in your front yard, right in front of your eyes. Well, at least under your feet. The grass in your front yard uses this method. This rhizome grows along the ground, weaving through the blades of grass, forming new grass. Next is another activity you can do at home. You will need a potato, some wooden skewers, and a cup of water. All you have to do is put these wooden skewers into the potato, like this, and make sure that it sits into the cup of water like this. Potatoes have something called tubers. Sometimes people call them eyes. Given enough time, these tubers will grow into new plants. The last method we'll discuss is by using a bulb. An onion is an example of a bulb. Bulbs have a short stem that is surrounded by fleshy leaves. In the spring, the shoot will begin to grow using the stored nutrients from the bulb. Many people will plant flower bulbs like daffodils in the fall. They will bloom in the spring. So as you can see, plants have many ways to make new plants. Seeds can be dispersed in a number of ways. They can fall to the ground, get carried by animals, the wind can blow them, or the water can move them. But plants can also make new plants from cuttings, runners, rhizomes, tubers, and bulbs. So many plants and so many ways to reproduce. See if you can grow a plant from a cutting or from a potato. I think you'll be surprised. Until next time, have a scientific day.